I think we should take a brief aside because it's now after midnight and I have to get up to walk again
Oh
tomorrow.
boy.
But because last week we released our Seinfeld episode,
Yeah.
and the week before that we did our mid-project review.
Right.
In between, it snowed.
It did.
And it might not snow again. Who knows?
We'll see.
I'm not going to hope or not hope. We're just going to live with whatever happens.
I
But
mean, it was the end of fall. It wasn't even winter yet. And
Yeah.
it really got a head start.
But it was the most significant snow we've had in the city in a number of years.
Yeah.
So for posterity and for interest of those listening, might be useful to talk about it for a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So it snowed on Wednesday, I believe,
Yeah.
of the week. And it didn't start snowing until later in the day. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock was when it started. I was by myself. Jesse was at the studio. And we were doing the Natural Manhattan Walk, which involved a trip through Central Park.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time it really was going on Wednesday, I was in the park. I captured a lot of footage, 360 footage, which you can see on our 360 video from last week.
Yeah.
And it was quiet, and there were people running, like individuals doing runs, and people out and about as the snow was starting to accumulate, and it was really nice to be there. One of the highlights was going to Bethesda Fountain, and there was so much snow, even though there's no actual lights around that area, it was illuminated from
Oh, cool.
snow. I guess the snow reflecting off of whatever light sources were available.
Yeah.
So it created this situation that was very quiet, which is unusual for that area. There wasn't hardly anybody there, and one person, I think, was just hanging out in the under mosaic area, and that was really nice. And yeah, just being able to walk around the paths at that time of 6 or 7 o'clock with the snow coming down, it was really nice.
Hmm.
And then walked from there all the way down to 14th Street. There were still tons of people at the Rockefeller Center area,
Oh my gosh.
which is just crazy. It's snowing, there's a pandemic, but it doesn't matter. There's still like an absurd amount of people out there.
Gotta see the tree.
Yeah, I don't even know how they're going to get home.
Huh.
But that
Yeah.
was that. I was in my normal sneakers that day. And
Yeah.
then the next day we woke up and it was still snowing.
It was
a
still
little bit.
snowing. I think it snowed until about noon the next day.
Something like that, yeah. And we went out and I still had my sneakers on. I thought that maybe I could get away with it because it was maybe not starting to slush.
Yeah.
That was incorrect.
Wah.
Wrong.
You tried to put on your rain shoes
That's right.
and you didn't fit.
No, the rain shoes have not been successful purchase for this project.
Yeah.
And so they would not have worked anyway
No, I don't
because
think they would have.
they're low tops. They're not high tops.
They would have worked better than your New Balance sneakers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bought myself a pair of snow boots about a month ago
Right.
because I was anticipating this. And I bought a pair of Merrells
That's right.
that are, yeah, like meant for hiking in the snow.
Yep.
But they're still kind of flexible.
Yep.
Grippy on the bottom.
Yep.
Insulated. And they go up above my ankle.
Yep.
So we started the day and I was just cruising through the slush, no prob. And Mike was not cruising as easily as I was. Good sport. You're a good sport.
I could have gone the whole day if I had to.
Yeah, I think I maybe would have been like more upset about it than you. Just because like I didn't want your toes to fall off.
Yeah, my toes were experiencing pain
Yeah.
from wetness.
And it's just like we're not trying to be dumb. Like we're not
Yeah.
like one of our main considerations in our pillars is to take care of ourselves and to value our health.
Yep.
And so it's one thing to go out one day and be like, I don't need to have snow boots because I don't walk in the snow very much. But it's another to be like, I'm going to walk a marathon without snow boots and that's going to be fine.
Yep.
Which it probably would have been fine, like, ultimately, but What did we do? How'd we fix it?
We went to REI, and I bought snow boots for
Yeah.
the rest of the walk.
Yeah.
And I bought a pair of Merrells as well. They were comfortable. As our clothing values go, they were a step above our general tendency to not purchase products from China. They are from Vietnam, which, again, we don't really have a sense of their origin.
Yeah.
We believe it to be marginally better, primarily because we believe the government of Vietnam to not practice as many,
Crimes against humans.
as many troubling practices.
Yeah. But again, like we don't really know. We didn't spend the time to research the labor involved in these shoes as much as we do with a lot of our other purchases because this is super functional.
Yep. I mean, ultimately, it falls into the tier of functional necessity. So
Yeah.
that's how we track it.
Yeah.
But we are trying to be transparent with everything we purchase. So
Yeah.
that's the story on that. And yeah, basically did the opposite of what you might expect anybody to do, which is walk a marathon in new shoes.
Yeah.
But
Literally put them on in the store and walked the remainder of the marathon, which was probably 24 miles still.
it was a lot of distance still. And
Yeah.
the
And I don't think I had worn mine except for to try them on when they first arrived to make sure that they fit. It
Yep.
was the first real outdoor wear.
And so as far as people talking about walking around in snow, how that feel, the big things are, well, the feet, our feet were fine. I mean, if we had done that and it was the first week of doing that, it would have been a nightmare. We would be all blistered
Yeah.
up. But our feet are pretty tough at this
Okay,
point.
we said that in our review,
Yeah.
and we both said that to each other that day. And then the next day I got a blister.
Yeah, but it's gone now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only there for like half a day.
Yeah.
But I felt like I shouldn't be so overly confident about my strong feet.
Only lasted a half day.
Yeah, but they heard me and they were like,
We'll
fuck
show
you,
her.
girl. Yeah, my feet were like, I will blister when I want to blister.
Yeah. Well, mostly my feet just felt tired because I think they were still stiff. And also, really more importantly, the terrain was completely uneven.
Yeah.
So-
Well, it's snow. So it's kind of like walking on sand where you move
Yep.
slowly, you're trudging along.
Yep.
And then at every single crosswalk, anyone that is listening to this that lives in New York or has lived in New York during the winter, I'm sure you've experienced this, but I actually kind of forgot because it's been a while since it's had a big snow. Every single crosswalk is like, there's one, not even like a full human width. It's like one footstep in front of the other space to cross, and then a giant puddle, and then usually a snowbank. And you don't know if the snowbank's frozen or not, so you don't know if you're going to sink into it or if you have to step over it. It's just like, it's navigating, it's just chaos
Yeah,
at every single cross. So it took a really long time.
for sure. That was definitely the most challenging part about it. But once we both had shoes that had a significant enough high top, we could walk through any puddle. I mean, even though we tried to avoid it, we could walk through pretty much anything,
Yeah.
which was nice. Nice to not necessarily worry about that, even though we were still trying to accommodate that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit scarred from the rain shoes where I don't want to just step into a puddle, especially like in the beginning of the day, just in case
Yeah.
my shoes aren't completely waterproof.
Well, it's also,
So
you
far
just
it's
don't know
been
how deep
okay.
all of them are.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
of them go to China.
Oh my
So,
gosh, yeah, sometimes you get really scarred. But so the first day we didn't go all the way up to Inwood, or the first day of post snow, the Thursday, we didn't go all the way up to Inwood because it was such a long day already with the snow. We wanted to not have to take the train.
are you sure about that?
No.
Well, we walked.
I'm pretty sure
we walked
though.
in
I'm
through
pretty sure.
We walked in through the Williamsburg Bridge,
Yeah.
I think you were pretty insistent you wanted to go see Inwood.
No, Friday we went to Inwood.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. We
Okay.
took the train in on Friday
Yeah.
to Central Park. And then we walked all the way up to Inwood on Friday.
Okay.
But on Thursday, we walked in over the Williamsburg Bridge.
Oh, right.
And
went
we
to Central
walked
Park.
up to Central Park, and then we walked back down
Right. In
and
Central
all the way
Park,
home.
there were lots of people out enjoying everything, and that was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun to see. There were so many kids sledding and snowmen being built by kids and adults. And
Hmm.
there was no skiing because the ski rink, wait, what's it called? No, skating. There was no ice skating
Hmm.
because the skating rink had snow on it and they had to clean it off. And we went to look at it, and it's like there's always instructors out on the skating rink, and they were there, I guess, like working, but they had nothing to do. And they were throwing snowballs at people up above,
Hmm.
which was kind of cute. And yeah, what else? I mean, there's this one performer, busker, I don't know what you'd call him, that's always near the bathrooms, near 60th in Central Park. And he plays a violin.
Hmm.
And he was like standing behind a snowbank. It looked like he had been just there all night, snowed in, how he was positioned. But he was having a jolly time, and people were crowded around listening to him. And yeah. There were runners, which was shocking to me.
They were doing their thing. As far as our experience, I think the last thing that I want to mention is that the coldness is pretty much under control except for the extremities, like the hands.
Right.
You still need to handle that, figure that out.
Yeah. We ordered some hand warmers, so we'll test those out.
Yeah. But
yeah, our fingers both got like really stiff.
Yeah.
In the cold.
But yeah, otherwise, I don't think there's anything we can't handle moving forward.
Yeah.
The big thing will be, I guess, if it drops to the teens and there's a big wind chill, how we handle that.
Yeah,
That's
I think
the
the
only
coldest it got was mid-20s, and with wind this week.
Yes.
And I guess the other thing to say about the cold factor is that because we're moving, I actually, like, at some point took my hat off and took my gloves off and opened up my jacket, and then you close it up again. But because you're moving, it's like, I think we create our own little heat system.
Yeah.